play against Graveyard.
Yeah.
I don't want to play against Goblin Barrel. It's a very targeted ban. It doesn't cover that many bases. And well, we'll see. I don't know what they do decide to run here. It's going to be an instant Hawk Rider opener. The Mega Minion is going to do some damage, but the Hawk Rider is going to get 2 hits in, and that is pretty solid value. Coming from the Hawk Rider, and
the balloon that Poseidon hit so much. Fireball, it hits the balloon.
Oh,
right?
that balloon is going to just tag him.
Ooh.
Yep, that's one. And that's going to be a second one as well. He's going to take out the bats because the miner draws them back in. That is some massive damage. And Poseidon, you know, that one time he doesn't want to ban the balloon comes back to haunt him.
Yep.
And, well, what can you say? This looks like the mid-range balloon deck that we see very often.
Yeah, with the Guy's Golem as well as the balloon.
Makes sense now.
So, interesting that Poseidon decided to not stick with his usual deck. But, yeah, there we go. He just debunked what I said earlier about him. One-trick pony, no longer a one-trick pony here.
Yeah.
Yep. He does have a Hot Rider instead of a pony.
Oh, that's a Mega Knight. Smacks down that Hawk Rider, only allowing one hit through. Pretty decent. Now going to jump forward. He's going to get stunned, but he's going to leap onto that E-Wiz and take him out. Now that's a problem to deal with on the right, and I expect some kind of side pressure coming from the left. Never mind, he brings the Knight over to the left side. The arrows will make short work of them, and now the Bandit is going to clear him out. So, but that Mega Knight, though, getting some value on that right side tower.
Ooh, Bandit connects to the tower, brings the tower, both towers below 1007 there. So Poseidon not doing too badly, but although his tower is much weaker, only 832 right now. But now that he knows that the balloon is in Legends deck, he may just want to keep piling on the pressure, not letting him have the chance of using the golem with the balloon. But yeah, Hot Rider going in on the other side because the Mega Knight is on the left side. So
good fireball. Predicts it nicely there. And the right side tower is in a lot of trouble. No zap allowed here. The two Mega Knights going at it on the right side. And this tower looking very worse for wear here. Here's that balloon though. The E-Wiz is going to make this one a little bit tricky to play out. And there's the Hawk Rider as well. Oh, that Mega Knight taking a dive. They're getting kited. This right side tower is gone. And I think Legend might have bitten off a little bit more than he can chew. And that E-Wiz is going to ensure that this stalling persists, and this is looking very bad here.
Very unfortunate that the E-Wiz did not target the miner there. So
need a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, one more tick will do the job though. Will it be enough? The right side tower is still alive though. Something to note, the log comes in. If the balloon dies at the tower, it's going to force overtime. And the miner already sees to that, so that is going to be a balloon flying onto the king. Gets one tap. Nope, doesn't get in.
Yeah. So,
but, so we're going to overtime, but the left side tower, Legend, a little bit on that disadvantage. Yep, good use of that Ice Golem. Pulls the Bandit away. But very vulnerable to the Hawk Rider because now he can be placed in the middle. And very little ground troops to intercept. You have to use that Mega Knight for the slam down. And right side Mega Knight now does come into play here. There's the miner going to the back of the tower. But with the King's Tower, in effect, it can get a little bit dicey. The Hawk Rider coming down on that left side. This is going to require the Mega Knight to come in and sit down on that tower. No, not going to happen here. The Ice Golem explodes at the tower, but here comes the minions and the balloon. The Fireball is going to make quick work of it, and that's going to be a balloon halted once again. The Fireball doing massive work.
Look at the Bandit! The
Bandit!
Oh, the Ice Golem too late!
This is looking terrible right now. There is still an option for him to all in and try and cheese out that tower. Balloons just fly so darn slowly. Gonna try again, but there's the Hawk Rider. This could be the end here. He doesn't have a response, and it could be it. Minions come in. Is it gonna be enough? The Fireball's there. Nope, Hawk Rider finishes the job all by himself. And yeah, you know, weakness of these mid-range balloon decks. If your opponents have enough AoE, you just fall short.
Yeah. I think Poseidon did very, very well there. All of his Fireball was value, you know, taking out the minions to protect his Hawks, taking out the balloons along with the Ice Golem. So well played by Poseidon there. I think he made a great decision to play the Mega Knight on the other side to try to go for the King's Tower, just in case that Legend decides to put a Mega Knight of his own in the middle of the arena, so that the Mega Knight will jump back to protect his tower. So he covered both sides. So and he managed to pressure the King Tower as well as the other tower with the Golem and the Hog Rider, and that proved to be very critical to his win.
Yeah, very critical to his win indeed. And yeah, now we are 1-0 in favor of Poseidon. Despite him taking massive damage from that balloon push early on, still managed to recover, come back, and take that game. So we'll see if this is going to be a 2-0 or will it be a best of 3. The players are going to be making some switches to their decks. I feel like the balloon deck definitely needs changes because balloon's more like a surprise tech, right?
Yeah, and also because there aren't too many good combination with balloons. It's usually just the Ice Golem with the Lava Hound maybe, and then I'm not sure if Legend will stick with that. Maybe he will expect Poseidon to change again. Because he's already not playing the Breach spam deck, so he might want to change it to something. Let me see. He is playing the Mega Knight and the Hog Rider deck. You might want to play P.E.K.K.A. to counter the Mega Knight, as well as the Hog Rider. So yeah, we might see Legend taking out the P.E.K.K.A. for a ride, you know.
It does seem odd that he decided to go for Mega Knight over P.E.K.K.A. Mega Knight doesn't even clear air that will actually deal with his balloon, so it feels like it's a little bit unnecessary. I feel. I mean, he already has arrows, so he doesn't really need the Mega Knight. So we'll see. Game number 2, we'll see what alterations they make to their decks. Legend on the blue side, Poseidon on the red now. Poseidon looking to close this one up 2-0, opening with the Goblins at the King, splitting them down the middle. And the Knight response now going to be coming out here, and a nice Furnace. Oh, Lava Hound?
I'm not too sure here.
Let's see.
We'll see. Okay. But Legend does seems like Lava Hound deck. Because
the
Tombstone
Knight and the Tombstone, very big giveaways, and that Poison as well.
Oh,
but now okay.
Wizard.
Maybe we're looking at a Siege now.
Possible.
Yeah, Expo, the Law coming down, but it's a little bit short there. Doesn't actually get the Miner on the way. Oh, Splash Yard. Okay, here we go.
Splash
the bats are there.
Tombstone, nice.
Okay, here we go with the bats actually going to be mopping up this tower.
Yeah,
pretty mopping up this graveyard pretty handily.
Great job by the bats. Without Zap, bats are very good value. So if you're not putting poison along with the graveyard, then you won't be able to maximize it. So yeah, well defended by Poseidon there.
And now that the graveyard is shown, it's going to be a little bit tricky to see what he does run with it. I'm going to be very surprised if he actually runs a Lava Hound as the last card.
It
probably unlikely.
It might be a slight
Tornado. Oh, nice! Activates the King Tower as well.
So again, that leaves the Miner to just one position at the right, at the left side corner of the Princess Tower. So Poseidon's option is very limited right now. But P.E.K.K.A. with the Miner there, so very interesting. Poseidon playing different decks today. So
yeah, the poison coming in, not catching the Tombstone, so that's going to release a lot of skeletons who will actually walk in there. Never mind, there's another Tombstone coming in. That defensive poison from Legend actually clearing out that E-Wiz, and this Tombstone is going to mop up this P.E.K.K.A. good. And with that King Tower, should be pretty straightforward. And now we're going to see another graveyard push there. There it is with the P.E.K.K.A. as well. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Poison goes in. That's a very well played poison. It's very dangerous to place that one close to that King Tower there. Could have caused a lot of damage. Oh, look at those skeletons munching away, forcing out the log. And a good response there here from Legend, taking that tower down to half. The aggressive poison coming in again. This Miner just unable to find much value. And that Tombstone is just going to drag that P.E.K.K.A. all the way.
Electro Wizard trying to save that P.E.K.K.A. but nothing can be done. Too many things defending against that P.E.K.K.A. but
another graveyard goes down. There's the poison this time. The bats will not be rescuing this tower. The log comes out. A lot of investment here onto defending against that graveyard. Aggressive poison going down once again. The chip wars, as one would call it. There's the Knight coming down there, blocking that E-Wiz, preventing a double lightning, and another cycle of graveyard coming in again. And now the P.E.K.K.A. in the middle means that there's going to be very little to respond to this. Or is there? There's the poison. It's going to take out the goblins, and that's going to be problematic. E-Wiz coming down. That should be a good enough defense, but he's ticking to poison, and there's this Miner will get blocked by the the Ice Wizard, actually, of all people. So preventing him from doing any kind of major damage. The Tombstone Skeletons actually not touching that poison, so they will stay alive.
That's
and with that second roll in, that's a poison range. Draw out this P.E.K.K.A. a little bit more. Double thumbs up, and that's going to be a equalizer. Once again, we do not have any 2-0s today.
Yeah, so far, no 2-0 today. Legend did a good job there. Smiling to Poseidon sitting next to him there. But not bad, not bad. Interesting deck from both players.
Second splash shot today.
Splash shot making a comeback, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Graveyard is very tricky if you waste a lot of elixir on a unit that doesn't defend against it. Like you drop a P.E.K.K.A., then now you're suddenly down to very fragile units that are very open to poison spam. So it's very tricky to play that. But yeah, very well executed. Kiting that P.E.K.K.A. around.
I think
definitely deserves that win.
Graveyard is worth the gamble because not a lot of people are carrying Dark Goblin. Dark Goblin is a hard counter for Graveyard. Maybe Archers, but we haven't seen a lot of Archers recently. Archers goes well with Siege decks, but Siege decks not seeing a lot of plays too. So great gamble by Legend there. He knows Poseidon well. He knows that he won't play such decks that will carry Archer or Dark Goblin, so just went in with the Graveyard, and maybe he will bring another surprise for the next match. Take another gamble against his fellow Vietnamese. We'll see.
Alright, we'll see what happens in game number 3. I'm not sure what these guys are like. They look like they're counting cards, trying to say, okay, what strategy hasn't been used yet? But yeah, I don't know, Poseidon, you can see him deep in thought. Legend already head down in his phone. I think he's using a phone. And Poseidon using an iPad. But yeah, both guys looking to see what new strategies they can pull on one another this time around. Maybe we'll go back to that P.E.K.K.A. Lightning deck.
Yeah,
could be very possible.
Possibly. Poseidon, he surprised me today with his deck choices. Not going with his usual. Probably practice a lot with Legend and Tali themselves, among themselves during off CCGS, and try to come up with something to surprise his fellow Vietnamese, and doing pretty well so far. I would say his Hot Rider deck earlier was a great choice. I wouldn't be too surprised if he goes back to that Hot Rider deck again. Yeah. But if I'm Legend, I might want to play P.E.K.K.A. again. I want to see Legend using P.E.K.K.A. with his Battle Ram. So
yeah, the P.E.K.K.A. spam, right?
Yeah, P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam. Yeah.
It could be kind of vulnerable to splash out again though, because that deck doesn't have many
small units.
Yeah, small units to deal with Graveyard at your King Tower. So I mean your Crown Tower. So let's see what happens again. Legend and Poseidon, game number 3. Match point here. Both sides need this win to take the series. Opening with Goblins here. Legend just going with a very simple opener. Gets received on by the log, and we're gonna run in there with small stuff. And that Electro Wizard is going to come down. There's your bridge spam you're looking about. That Princess though, is there a log? There is, and that Ice Golem to block things up as well, delay those Barbarians. Excellent play here from Legend, not sweating under pressure. And this log already spent here from Poseidon at the start there. Needs to cycle back into it to deal with this Princess. See if she gets a shot off. Pew.
I think Legend will have the better matchup here because he's using a lot of small units, while Poseidon should be carrying a P.E.K.K.A. So there's nothing for the P.E.K.K.A. to chop down. So looks like a very, very good matchup for Legend.
Oh, the bets. Getting 2 bites in. That's nice as well. Takes the tower down to about 2,000. There's the P.E.K.K.A. So P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam, like you mentioned.
There's a Hot Rider as well. Yeah, so Hot Rider gonna get at least 1 hit there, or 2.
One more. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Swings twice. They're already doing some good DPS.
Yeah. Taking advantage of the P.E.K.K.A. on the other side. So just go in quickly with the Hot Rider. Nice kiting there again with the Ice Golem. Ice Golem, very, very effective kiter against the...
Oh, this P.E.K.K.A. going to get shredded there by the minion horde. But let's see what it does actually do against this. Never mind. Has
Lock is good. Yeah.
Defense, but the poison coming in. They're missing the tower. Yeah, that poison missing the tower.
Poseidon maybe
fat fingered it.
Fat fingered it, but it's okay. Seems like he is pretty confident.
Hope he doesn't come back to bite
he needs a P.E.K.K.A. down. Nope, just use the Electro Wizard. Should be enough.
Smacks once, still gets a hit off.
Yep. because of the Goblin taking a few hits on the Hot Rider as well early on.
Yep.
So
That's Goblin trade here for the Ewiz. Very straightforward stuff so far. And, deploying the Princess on the right side, trying to get some extra value on. This Bandit can be wasted.
yeah, Ice Golem, great defensive unit to defend against the Bandit, but the minion horde not necessary. I would have kept it for the P.E.K.K.A here. So here comes the P.E.K.K.A. He knows that there's no minion horde to defend, and he just rush it at the bridge there. Oh, but managed to cycles back
into it. Yeah, and the Goblins to receive the Bandit as well. Meanwhile, left side going to be pressured by a Miner, as well as the right side rather going to be pressured by a Miner. The poison doesn't take them down. And now look at the damage here from that Horde. And immediately the P.E.K.K.A going in there to stop that Hog Rider, but that's a hit in, down to 600, 800, or 1001 on the other side. It's looking dicey. This bridge spam hasn't actually landed anything.
Yeah. So again, the P.E.K.K.A being kited and the minion horde to deal with it. Very, very systematic play by Legend here. But Log is good. Ooh, takes out the Bandit as well.
Oh,
Ice Golem in
block.
time.
Yeah, and now that's going to be a jump forward there from the Hog Rider. Does he have any defense? One more hit, and that is dropping dangerously low. Yeah. That's 2 logs, and
there's no big spell.
Hit. Oh yeah, no big spells. Yeah.
So he can Miner, just chip away.
A
couple more. That Battle Ram, just
we'll
not being able to distract the Miner there. Miner very focused on taking down the Princess Tower. Ooh, the Princess there on the right side as well.
Already, yeah, the Princess on the right getting some mad value with that log. Gonna knock that Ewiz out the corner, and that Goblin.
GG. Yeah.
Yeah, that Goblin.
But
not